I bow to all the seekers of truth. It has to be understood that truth, what we know through our mental capacity, is not the truth. Because mind itself is a myth. We have created it. As we have created computers, we have created our myth also. Through our conditioning and through our ego. Beyond it is the reality. So if we have to know the absolute truth, something has to happen. We have to evolve into a higher realm of existence, of consciousness. You have been already told about the subtle system that you have. You all have it. You are the owner of it. And you have every right to achieve that state of consciousness, which in the Zen system call it as Satori. In every system they have something, they call it some name, like the Islam calls it Wali. Some call it Sufi. In the realm of reality, when we are not, we have problems. Because we fight for unreal things. We think of unreal things as real and accept. For example, when the English lost the match, I mean, one party has to win. Either this or that. But they were so much identified with it, which was falsehood. They were not playing, they were not players, that they were English, all right, but there was no war going on. See, the myth about it is this, that we get identified with things which are themselves not real. And all these problems that we see of anger, which is violence after all, or the attachments we have, identifications we have, then the lust and greed and all kinds of problems that we see in every country is due to our imperfection. It is due to our ignorance about reality, while reality is beautiful. And we have to enter into that realm. That is what is seeking for. The other day I was reading a book of a boy who was an athlete and who went through the Zen system of training. And it was so hard and hazardous that I thought very few would accept such a situation. Very few. Might have been in those days, they were seekers of that quality that they worked it out. But now there's a system available for you. The knowledge that they gave you about the subtle system we have is a fact. But if it is fact or not, you should first verify. Don't just believe me or believe what he has said. You should verify if it is there within us, the subtle system of our ascent. I knew about this since my childhood. But I didn't know how to explain to people because I found people have no idea about it, even in India. Traditionally in India we had three types of seekings. One was through Vedas. Even the first stanza of Vedas says that if you do not know yourself by reading or by chanting these mantras, it is useless. Then the second seeking, second style of seeking was that of bhakti. Is it to sing the name of God, or you can pray to God. Even great people like Gyanadeva didn't know what to do. So they also said it is better you do bhakti, bhakti of God. Because the time had not come perhaps to give self-realization, or maybe the people were not prepared to get it. But in the center we had another great movement which is called as Nathpanthis. They say it came from Shiva, but whatever it is, it came from Adinath and these people and got diverted into many types. But those who remained in the middle, one of them was, we should say, was called Gahaninath. And his disciple was Nivruttinath, was the elder brother of Gyanadeva. It is amazing if you read anything about them. They know all about chakras, they know all about this, all three channels, everything they knew thousands of years back. Then somehow or other, they didn't tell people. They kept the knowledge to themselves. I can't say why they did it, but they did. Ultimately, Gyanadeva took permission of his guru, Nivruttinath, and said that let me tell you, at least let me tell others. You allow me, because people should know what works it out. So he wrote about Kundalini. But if you read these ancient books, you'll be amazed that the whole thing was described in those books, how you get your realization, and how then you have those centers which are to be enlightened, what problems come in. But the method they employed for achieving it was really hazardous again. I don't know why they had to do it, but they did it. They were all unmarried people and very strict with themselves, and they had to lead a life very secluded from the society. This was really a very difficult type of ascent they had. When I read about them, I'm really feel very extremely sad that all these great people who were seeking had to go through such horrible, strenuous turmoil for days together, and then some of them got realization. But you are lucky people, I should say, to be born at this time. This is a special time, very special time, which is described in all the books, all the scriptures, as the last judgment. Now, if you start deciding about it through your mental capacity, you cannot achieve anything. Because you have only two agencies. One is your conditioning, another is your ego. So, one has to rely on the natural gifts that we have, is that of this Kundalini, and she is your individual mother. She doesn't want to torture you. She doesn't want in any way to give you any pains whatsoever. Also, there are some books written that Kundalini means it is something horrible and it can kill you, it will do all these things. All these years now, I've been working on it. I've never seen anybody getting into trouble. But if you are in trouble, you get out of it. So all these myths were created for Kundalini also later on, so that people should not take to reality. But all this knowledge was somehow lost. Though Gyanadeva had mentioned in his book that in the 6th chapter he said that one should seek through the awakening of Kundalini. But people said, no, this is no good, we are not going to have it. Because when those people who organize the religion, become in charge of the religion. Actually, you cannot organize. You cannot organize religion. And once they start organizing it, you see, they put their own norms on people who are sick. So they said, no, this is something is not allowed. Because they couldn't raise the Kundalini maybe. But in the 16th century in India, suddenly so many realized souls were born, saints were born. Perhaps they might have been Nathpanthis who had died before, maybe they have taken the birth. So many of them. And they started understanding each other. Because they were one with reality. Everybody was feeling the same thing about each other.